Tom Downey for Chat Sports here with a mailbag answering all of your questions filmed live on NFL Daily. A super chat to begin from Michael. Should Seattle get Drew Brees to teach Locke or a rookie QB? I don't think Brees wants to come teach. I think if Brees wanted to do that, he could be a quarterback coach in the offseason. He could be just a QB coach. I don't think Drew Brees is coming back because he doesn't have the physical talent to do so. And I don't know how many NFL teams would actually want him. If you want the vet mentor guy, you can find that type of player who is cheaper, isn't going to command, I want to start, want this money, blah, blah, blah. So I think for Seattle, have Drew Brees around your franchise. That's fine, cool. But, having him come in and play and start for you, it's just not going to do anything in the end. From Mike Dibble, where and when will Jadeveon Clowney sign? Fantastic question, my friend. I don't know when and where Clowney will sign. I had kind of thought that Clowney could have signed with the Browns, re-signed the Browns already. I also know this about Clowney. He loves to wait. So I would not be that surprised if he continues to wait until maybe June-ish or maybe late May and signs so he doesn't have to do the full OTAs and minicamp type of things. From Smokey254 McKenzie, I might bring bias as a Texans fan, but I actually see us finishing atop our division. What do you think? I think you are being a little bit biased as a Texan fan, to be honest. This is a multi-year rebuild in Houston. Now, if Davis Mills takes a massive leap in year 2, anything is possible. But when we were doing our draft needs for the Texans, it's like every position. That roster is simply not in great shape right now. So be patient. It's going to be a rebuild. I think the AFC South has better teams than Texans and the Titans and Colts, but it should be a decent process moving forward for Houston. Just be patient there. From Chris, is Cam Newton going to play again in the NFL? I don't know. Newton is not what he was in his prime, and his play style doesn't necessarily lend itself to being the ideal backup QB because his passing, as you saw this past year, took a bit of a step down. And even in the bad quarterback room in Carolina, wasn't ideal from that standpoint. Now, I do think the mobility does bring value for Cam as a backup QB, and it's a matter of how teams would think he would fare as that vet mentor guy because he ain't going to start for you anymore. So I think there are some teams that could be interested in Cam Newton. Baltimore Ravens, if you want a more proven backup over Tyler Huntley, who is a mobile quarterback, fits the mold, right? Denver's thin behind Russell Wilson. Indy behind Matt Ryan. Carolina, of course, could always bring back the franchise icon. Houston could have a better backup QB than Kyle Allen, who I think is terrible. Tennessee, if Malik Willis isn't ready, it's actually a decent mentor play style guy to have both on your roster. Niners are my dark horse. If you want that mobile quarterback to back up Trey Lance, I think is actually a good fit. And how about dark horse Seattle, since I think they have one of the, if not the worst quarterback rooms in the NFL. So will Cam Newton play this year? 1 for yes, he's going to get at least one more year in the NFL, or 0 for no, he is simply done at this point. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's video. So if the ad break comes here on YouTube, type in 1 for yes or 0 for no. From the past master, Tom, do you think Danielle Hunter and Zadarius Smith will be enough to get pressure on the QB, or should the Vikings look at signing 1 or 2 rotational guys? I think they're fine. I think those 2 guys as your starters, it's an awesome grouping. And Minnesota, by the way, also added other options at edge over the years, right? They've added Patrick Jones, DJ Wonnum, Janarius Robinson, Kenny Willekes, some UDFAs, and Zach McLeod and Luigi Villain, all in recent years or this past year. I think they're fine at edge rusher. If you want to find another disruptive 3 technique, sure. DT who can rush passer, that'd be ideal. Tough to find those guys. I think that pass rush unit, though, in Minnesota is fine as long as Hunter is healthy. Super chat from Mark. Thank you, my friend. Any serious trade or free agency signings for the Cowboys? When you get your hopes up, the Cowboys have signed 3 outside players all season long. That's it. 3. The Bears have gone ahead and managed to sign 3 players multiple times each day. Like, they've done that twice this offseason. So the Cowboys simply have not been active in the open market, which has been a little bit of a disappointment. Bill Jones had a super thanks the other day. He said, "Thanks, Mitch. Love the show, Mitch. Your show is part of my daily activities. I've been subscribed since you're at 10,000 subs. Register for your locals channel as well. Go Raiders." Bill here did a super thanks, which is new on YouTube. It is a way for you to donate as part of the non-live show. So if you can't watch our live shows, for example, that's okay. You're able to donate via super thanks. So, Bill, I know you have a big thank you there. So we'll go to that list 5 logos there, Jeremy. A big thank you to Bill Jones for his super thanks. I very much appreciate it from that standpoint there. This is a new way for you to donate as part on YouTube, as part of your live shows. You're able to click super thanks. It's a little heart-shaped icon on the on-demand videos that you're able to do. Just simply donate it, and then you're able to edit your message, submit it. If you do a super thanks, like Bill did, I will make sure that you get a shout-out on a future video. So, Bill, a big thank you for that super thanks. It was very kind of you to do that. Any super thanks equals a shout-out. It's a new option from YouTube. Click that thanks icon. We appreciate your support here, at Chat Sports. A big thank you to Christopher and Cole Webb and B-Ball King and Sam, who actually donated. Sammy actually donated, by the way, in Dutch. Thank you. He wrote thank you in Dutch. And Mark Mulo all recently sent in a super thanks. Samuel Rowe, Brees to back up Dak. Why would Drew Brees come out of retirement to be a backup? Like, that doesn't really make sense from Brees' perspective. To go get paid maybe $1 million when you have all the money you could ever want and not play football and have to go through those rigors, I don't think it makes sense for Brees at all. Taylor Holland, does Russell Wilson alone for Denver benefit better than 4 impact rookies for the future New York Jets? I mean, like 5 years from now, you might be wanting those rookies, but Denver is in a spot to win football games right now. And from that perspective, that makes it a lot better for the Denver Broncos than just the unknown of rookies, because they're trying to win games right now, and Russell Wilson helps them do that. From Adam Page, should Miami call the Steelers and see if the Steelers can trade Devin Bush for 2 firsts and Myles Gaskin? First off, there is not a planet or multiverse in which Devin Bush right now is worth 2 first-round picks. Devin Bush was bad last year. So if you want him, I think you would be able to find a way to make that deal happen. But he's not worth 2 first-round picks. He's not even worth a first-round pick. From Mark, Tom, look into your crystal ball. Who wins the Super Bowl? Not going to go Brady. Give me the Bills. Give me Josh Allen, Buffalo, Bills Mafia gets a Super Bowl ring for the first time. That'd be pretty fun on that standpoint. Another one from Mark here. Tom, hope the family is well. Thank you, Mark. Just wanted to give you a huge aloha. You and your staff are always incredible, and your draft coverage was amazing. Thank you for your efforts. Going to try Manscaped, LOL. Thank you, Mark. I really appreciate your support here on the Cowboys Report and Chat Sports. Mark is the MVP of today's show. I really do appreciate it, Mark. Thank you so much for your super chats and your support over the years. From Jalen, which QB that is on a new team can see the Super Bowl in year 1 like Brady and Stafford did with the Bucs and the Rams? I think your obvious contenders, right, are Deshaun Watson and Russell Wilson. The 2 trades, the big-time franchise guy now on new rosters that are built to win right now. So I think those 2 teams really stand out as the potential new Brady and Stafford. From Tickle Me, should the Saints bring back Drew Brees? I'm not going to, that last part sounds weird. Not going to read it. No, I don't think anyone should bring in Drew Brees. I know he's a future Hall of Famer, was awesome. I get all of that. Could maybe Peyton Manning his way around an NFL team and be able to, do a bunch of short, quick passes and have some success, but you're not going to win a Super Bowl with this stage Drew Brees. And he's not nearly young enough to justify, well, maybe next year. He is a Band-Aid who's not going to get any better. I would rather gamble on a total unknown, knowing it might be a disaster, but Brees doesn't bring me anything beyond incredible NFL intelligence, and not what I'm paying my quarterback for at this point. So what do you think? Would you want Drew Brees as your starting QB? Type in Y for yes or type in N for no. Let me hear what you guys have to say in the comments. From Nye Galaxy, where do you think the Dolphins will end up in the AFC? It's a great question because the AFC is loaded this year. I think behind the Bills for sure. Pick 2 of the AFC North teams, Bengals, Ravens, and Browns, they'll be behind. AFC South, probably behind the Titans or the Colts. AFC West, God, they might be the 5th best team in that if they played 5 teams in there. So, top half, and in a very tightly contested race to make the postseason, that team is built pretty well. They need 2 to take a significant step forward this year. From Vince, I don't see the Eagles losing any game till week 11. Who will beat them in the regular season? Colts, DC, Green Bay, Jets, Browns, the regular season, right? Lions, Vikings, Commanders, Jags, Cardinals, Cowboys in week 5 and 6. Very losable games. Texans, Commanders, favorites. Steelers, probably favorites. Packers, it's going to be a tough one there. Titans as well. Cowboys, Saints, and the season. The Eagles' schedule is not that daunting, part of playing in the NFC East. I think they will absolutely lose the game before week 11, but if Hurts takes that step forward, they have enough talent to win the NFC East, and if not run away with it, if Hurts takes that step forward. If you want more NFL videos and NBA videos, you have come to the right spot here at Chat Sports. Hit that big red button and subscribe. We are live multiple times each week with free daily videos on demand. So subscribe right now. From Alec G, which NFL team will be expected to make the playoffs and miss, and vice versa? So about every year, before they added the extra wild card spot, about 4 teams who made it last year didn't make it the next season. The ones that jump out to me, well, Pittsburgh's pretty obvious, I think, from that standpoint. Patriots as well. I think the Chargers will be able to make it in. Now, if you're talking about this year and the expectations of making it, I could see a team like Arizona kind of collapsing a little bit this year, like they've done in the past when they don't have their best playoff stuff. The surprise team, and I don't know if they're there yet, but the shocking team could be someone like the Jets. They take a massive step forward and wow everybody. I think it'd be more likely a surprise NFC team ends up emerging. The Saints might count in that category, but I feel like people think they're good enough still. It's a great question, Alkins. We might do a full video on that in the future. From Drake Sniper, is Le'Veon Bell going to play again in the NFL? Steelers reunion. Have you watched Lev Bell play the past 2 years? Because he's washed. Le'Veon Bell doesn't bring you anything to a roster that you probably couldn't find in one of those undrafted free agents. He got a shot last year. 2.6 yards per carry. The guy who sat out 2018, he didn't come back to the NFL. He got kind of paid by the Jets, and I think that was a mistake by him in the end. I think he cost himself money and has not been that good since then. So Lev Bell was once great. He's not good anymore. So with that in mind, shout out your favorite player of all time. Could be a current guy or could be someone who retired 10, 15 years ago. I want to hear from you, your favorite player of all time. Super chat again from Taylor Holland. NFL underdog for AFC and NFC Rookie of the Year. Alec Pierce on both sides of the ball. Okay, so there's a long, in-depth question here. We'll throw in AFC underdog for Rookie of the Year for Alec Pierce. That's fine with me. Beyond that, and I guess I got to do defense too. That's fine. NFC underdog for Rookie of the Year. How about Kenneth Walker? How about the Seahawks, who want to run the football a lot? He gets that award over, I think, the betting favorite right now in Drake London. We can roll with Alec Pierce for AFC. For NFC Rookie of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year, I mean, Thibodeau's, I think, pretty clearly your betting favorite from that standpoint, so I don't want to go too far on that. Or maybe Hutchinson is your betting favorite, actually, now that I think about it more. So I'm not going to go Thibodeau. I just want to make sure I want to go beyond the normal route there. Stingley's too obvious. Is Kyle Hamilton cheating, Jeremy? Is that cheating for me? Because that's my guy. That's cheating? Okay, I got to go deeper. Okay, Trent McDuffie in the AFC, because I'm a big fan of his game. In the NFC defense, how about Andrew Booth of the Vikings? I think Booth could play a big-time role for Minnesota. If we did not get to your questions here live on NFL Daily, that's okay. My DMs are always open. So hit me up on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney with any and all questions you guys have.